In our childhoods, as we've grown up, we've always been raised to know that whenever we see something stupid or hear something stupid or just witness ignorance, we have to somehow ignore it and just let it go by. And that'll somehow change the world for the better if you just ignore ignorance. I say that for once, while everyone is saying ignore ignorance, we should actually try to step up and address ignorance and try to change the world for the better instead of just being spectators to our own destruction. If keeping my life means having to bite my tongue, then have my life, but not my dignity. Well, as a child, whenever I needed to speak my mind, my mom always told me to be quiet or to just let it go, and things would always turn out for the better. But being the person that I am, I always needed to be outspoken. I needed to let my opinions be known.
I mean, it also goes with music too, to be honest with you. See, the thing is that there's too many people out here talking about booty popping and popping mileage.
Yeah, it's like Dwayne is saying, you see all of this ignorance around you. I mean, how can you stay shut? Don't you want to say something? Don't you want to change it? All humans should come together in a mass consciousness and try to build off of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Exacto. You see, the thing is that people don't even want to help the world. And it's like, you got to ask yourself, when I have a kid, do I want my kid to live in this fucked up ass world? No, you don't. But are you going to do something about it? No, you're not. Because you people want to sit there and you want to put on your iPod and you walk down the street, you see somebody dying. You don't give a fuck. You see somebody spreading wrong news and doing something wrong to their kid. If you see them doing something that's inappropriate, at least go and do something about it. Don't sit there and freaking suck dick in your head and do some other shit.
Yeah, it's like you said, you know, you're not going to tell people, oh, this is the right way to live, I live by the right standards and all this stuff. But like at the same time, you need to be a little more proactive. You can't just be sitting here and bitching all the time like the way I do on camera. Sometimes I got to actually go out there and tell my friend if I see them doing some shit and I know that it's going to take them somewhere down the destructive path, then I'm going to tell them, listen, watch out.
Exactly, right? Just like when I do music and stuff like that, like I usually try to pass off a message, you know what I'm saying? Like the next video I put out, I promise, is going to be a big message behind it, whatever, whatever. But there's people that's putting music out, it don't make no goddamn sense, man. Listen, honestly, I dead don't give a fuck that you have everything gold. I really don't give a fuck. So
Oppa Gangnam Style.
We don't even know what that means, and y'all dancing to it. That shit could be saying, yo, y'all also dick. Y'all don't even know what that means, yo.
I mean, it's good to have a good laugh sometimes, but we need to start trying to find things that actually make us think deeper on a higher level of consciousness. A lot of stuff I do is comedy. All of that has a little underlying message underneath it so that you can try to think and say, actually, what he's saying is kind of true. You know what I'm saying?
See, like the thing about music, the thing is that people don't want to think. I think that's what the problem is. I think people just dead don't want to think. But it's like you listen to a song and you don't care what they saying. You just want to bump. You just want to party. Even if the song is, yo, I'm the bitchest nigga in the world. Boom, boom. You're there. You still jamming. You don't even care what he's saying. You know what I'm saying? Whereas if somebody's giving you a message, as soon as you hear a word too big, you dead want to give up. And the fucking word can't even be that big. If the word is like dedication, you're like, I'm changing this, my nigga. I'm fucking changing this nigga doing too much, my nigga.
Exactly, exactly. I mean, that happens with YouTube videos all the time, too. You see people, they'll see something, they'll be like, oh, this shit is boring. It's like, you got to say something funny right away at the beginning to catch people's eye. Yeah. And that's sort of why I use comedy. I mean, it's not like I'm going to make an ignorant video just to catch attention, but I'm going to say something funny so I could catch attention, then come out with some real shit. I mean, it's a sad thing that I could come up here and say some real shit on camera, but if I don't say anything funny, nobody would actually be paying attention to what I was saying. Everybody just cares about the simple-minded shit. If not, I wouldn't even catch anybody's attention. If I wasn't funny, everybody would just be like, oh, there's just some boring-ass kid sitting up there talking about what he thinks is right.
A lot of you niggas need to get the finger out of your assholes and fucking do something with your life. And the shit is this, like when I do music, I got songs, you know, that's about, you know, some may be violent, some may be, you know, but all those emotions are from things that I've been through before, you know what I'm saying? And it's also to show people that I've been there before and I can change, you know what I'm saying? I can change how I am. I'm a whole nother person and I'm much more positive than I have been before. But like he said, if I wasn't making these comedy videos, you niggas wouldn't be listening to nothing. You niggas would just be sitting there, yo, this nigga's too serious, my nigga. I don't understand, my nigga, why he's trying to change the world, my nigga. I'm chilling, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? There's people that don't even want to hear me speak sometimes because they go, yo, that ass, I'm chilling, my nigga. I got the other things to worry about, my nigga. You don't understand that the world around you is freaking crumbling, and you niggas need to do something about it besides being selfish.
Exactly, and it's all due to ignorance. Ignorance is basically the downfall of all humanity. I mean, everybody has ignorance to some extent. We're not saying that we're not ignorant. We have ignorance too. Ignorance just means not comprehending something, not understanding something. That's pretty much what it is. Now, The difference between you and I is who's going to take that extra step to try and understand. Who's going to take that extra step to try and better themselves to reduce at least the ignorance. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, I'm ignorant. Everybody's ignorant. Fuck it. I'll just keep being ignorant. Let me just kick back and enjoy life, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Enjoying life isn't all about just being ignorant. It's just like one of the quotes that I'm always saying. I'd rather burn to a crisp by the sun's rays of pure truth than to sit here in the comforting shade of ignorance.
Go out there and lick the shit out that quote, my nigga. Nah, but listen, that's though. Also, but a quote that I hate when people say ignorance is bliss. Oh, I would love to be ignorant, you know what I'm saying? Because that way, I don't need to know the truth. I'm chilling, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got to worry about nothing, you know what I'm saying? But you're going to be the first niggas where if some shit really pop off in the world, let's say if the fucking apocalypse really went down, none of you niggas would have known what to do. None of you niggas would have survived. You all would have been the first niggas to die. And you all would have been the first niggas, oh, I love God all of a sudden. Man.
And the thing is, like, I believe in God and everything, but I believe that God wants us to fend for ourselves. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Why would he give us life? Why would he give us all of these abilities if we're not going to fend for ourselves? And we have all of these abilities to try to fend off ignorance and to try to learn. There's a reason why we got brains that are much more intelligent than animals. We actually know what learning is. Animals don't even realize when they learn something. They're just born with the instinct. We actually learn new shit every day.
Exactly. That's why we're on top of the food chain.
You look at one cat to the next cat, and they're very similar. You look at one human being to the next human being, and most of the time they're not very similar. Sad thing is, it seems like we de-evolving because you see all of this ignorance out here. So much ignorance that people actually look like clones. Everybody wants to do the same shit, and I actually talked about that in my Be a Leader video.
The same clothes, the same music, the same everything.
Everybody just wants to follow, and I kind of covered that. The only thing I didn't cover in my Be a Leader video was the fact that that is happening in the music industry. Everybody just wants to listen to what everybody else is listening to. The only reason why most of y'all checking out Gangnam Style and Justin Bieber and all that is because your friend is hearing about it.
Just like I said, my nigga, when you have your kids and you start to realize, yo, this world is fucked up. I don't want my kid to go to school where people's getting stabbed in the chest for some Jordans. Think about it. If you're risking your life for some Jordans, do you want your son to do the same thing? It's just like,
there's a long ass list of ignorant things we could say, and the
Jordans
is just one of those things in New York where it's just,
I'm not gonna lie, I'm there wearing some, but you know what the fuck, my nigga.
It's not like he waited on the line and started just whipping mad ass online just to get some Jordans. That's just some stupid ignorant shit. You know what I'm saying?
I did waited like 2 weeks later.
People do it because everybody else is doing it. Ignorance is contagious. Learning could actually be contagious too. Enlightenment is contagious. The difference between enlightenment and ignorance is that ignorance is more of like a cold. You know what I'm saying? You could catch ignorance easily. Enlightenment is more of like an STD. It's like you gotta get inside of somebody in order to give them enlightenment. You can't. They don't just get. They don't just randomly get enlightenment.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta teach somebody enlightenment. Right. That's pretty much what this video is about. You gotta take some sort of action to try to change whatever you want to change. If you see some ignorance, don't just sit there and make a status about it on Facebook. Do something. Talk to your friends about it. Be like, yo, honestly, I don't think you should be doing this. I mean, don't tell them what to do, but just like make them reconsider what they're doing in their lives. That's what I do with my videos. That's what he does with his music. We make people reconsider what they're doing.
Stop being lazy. I know y'all don't like to think. I know y'all don't like to sit there and be like, oh, it's much easier. Listen, if the world was based around being lazy, we would all be the stupidest people ever. Like, we would be fucking retarded, son. But there's people like us, we actually like to dig. We like to, you know, we like to think. You know what I'm saying? And that's what makes us stronger.
Exactly.
That's how we do it, my nigga. Black power, man. That's my nigga. That's my nigga. That's my nigga.
Yo, they got me torn between my mind and my soul. Blind as I go, inside of a goal of wishing I could rewind and control the time of the flow. But you either rhyming or grinding for dough, or having the lyrics, keeping the game tied to the bow.